Hey, this is Pete from Abstract Ocean. Today we're going to talk about installing your Tesla Model 3 screen protector. In the pack you'll have one or two screen protectors depending on which version you bought, a cleaning cloth and an applicator card, some other optional bits and pieces that will help with the installation, some scotch tape. This will help get the dust off the screen before you apply the screen protector, and you can also use it to get those little bits of dust that get trapped underneath the screen protector as you're applying it. And some cleaning spray if you have some, the kind of stuff you use for cleaning a computer screen or your eyeglasses. It just helps take some of the static out of the screen. You'll realise when you start doing this that the screen is basically a huge dust magnet. So anything you can do to minimise the dust is a good thing. So in terms of difficulty, I'm going to give this a 3. It's really not that difficult. But it does take time. It does take just a little bit of patience and care to do a really good job. So for that reason, make sure you have 10 or 15 minutes free, completely undisturbed, and then you should be able to do a good job of this. Okay, here we are in the Model 3. We're going to install a screen protector today. So a couple of things to start off with. First of all, turn off the air. Dust, as you'll hear me say many times, is your enemy with this, so you want to make sure the screen is as clean as it can be, with no movement of air, no pets or kids or anything else in the car. It only takes 10 minutes or so to do, but just make sure you have a quiet 10 minutes just to concentrate on it. So with the air off, we're going to hit the car icon, go into the display, and then screen cleaning mode. We've moved the car outside so the sunlight really helps see any dust or any other grub on the screen. I've washed my hands already, so again you don't want to have any kind of fingerprints or sticky fingers. So work on the screen, make sure you get all of the dust off. If you have some liquid glass screener, not Windex but just the stuff you use for eyeglasses, then you can use that as well. It should take some of the static out of the screen, although this doesn't seem to do much for it. But anyway, it just helps work out any other bits and pieces that are on the screen. And as long as you're kind of sat to one side, you can see where the dust is really, really clearly on the black screen, so it's good for that. Okay, and then if there's any other bits of dust you just can't get off, just grab a bit of scotch tape. This is super useful. Just makes it really easy to get these last few bits. Alright. Okay. It's like a dust magnet. Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. So we have our screen protector here. This is the matte version. Using this just because it's easier to see on camera as much as anything else, but it's also my personal favourite. So I'll take it out of there. There's 2 tabs. Tab 2 is stage 2. Tab 1 is the backing on the screen protector. So that's what we're going to peel off. That's the side that will go against the screen itself. So take one more look at the screen. Look for any dust. There's bound to be some because it's been all of 20 seconds. So just grab a little bit more scotch tape. Let's go over it one last time. It's not the end of the world if you get some dust under there, you can still get it out, but it's far easier just to avoid it in the first place. Okay, so this is the fiddly bit, so let's peel back to the top there, kind of get it all the way across, and then present it to the screen. Now there's no tolerance at all, it's exactly the same size as the screen itself, so get it perfectly lined up across the top, into the corners, and then when you're happy, take your time. You can reposition it if you need to get it exactly right. Yep. Okay, when you're happy, just let it kind of take its own grip, and then roll it down like that. Okay, so you'll see there's a bunch of air bubbles. That's not a big deal. Just kind of work them out with the card. This top surface is sacrificial. It's meant to be, it'll get scratched by this, and that's fine. So you can apply quite a bit of pressure just to kind of work them through. And they should come out pretty easily. If they don't, it means you've got a bit of grit or a bit of dust onto there, which we're going to have to peel it back and just use a bit of Scotch tape to get underneath it and fix it. Just keep working down to the closest edge. Couple there. You can apply quite a bit of pressure if you need to, it doesn't do any harm to anything. Just to work out the last few. That's a big one there. Okay. Then when you think you've got them all out, last pass, and then grab the step 2 tab, kind of fold it back on itself as much as you can to avoid peeling the whole protector back off, and then just peel it away. You'll see a few more little air bubbles probably down this bottom corner because it's obscured by tabs, so just work those out gently, or use the cloth as well, just your finger, which is a little bit safer just because the card can be a little bit scratchy sometimes. And that's it. Once you're done, just press and hold the screen for 3 seconds. Bring that back. Turn on the air because it's roasting hot in here. And that's it. That's all there is to it. So just take your time. So they come in 4 versions. This is the matte version, which I like because I don't have 20 vision anymore, so it doesn't really matter. It definitely makes the screen a little bit fuzzier. And actually, if I turn this off real quick, you can maybe just hear, kind of has a texture to it, much like a sheet of paper or a Kindle Paperwhite e-reader, that kind of texture. So it's good because it means it's not grippy at all, your finger doesn't drag over it, but some people don't like the way it kind of fuzzes the screen just a tad. But it does distribute the glare really well and hides fingerprints really well. The other 3 versions, you've got just the standard HD version, which is virtually invisible when it's on there. You have an HD anti-fingerprint, which is exactly the same, except it has a oleophobic coating on it. It helps resist fingerprints, but more importantly, it helps clean the fingerprints off. So it's not a miracle technology. You still get fingerprints, but they clean off really easily just with a wipe of this. Exactly the same as your cell phone. When you slide it in your pocket, slide it back out, most of the fingerprints are gone. And then the last version is a 5H, so that's a much tougher film, much more resistant to scratching, and easier to apply just because it's thicker and more rigid. So those are the 4 versions at the moment. We also have a 5th version, which by the time you listen to this may already be out, but that'll be a 9H or a tempered glass version. So that'll be a solid piece of glass, which you just lay on, and I'm sure we'll have another video on how to install that when we have it. So with that, thanks for watching, and go shopping at Abstract Ocean. Thank you.